Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, and welcome to another episode of How to Build. This is a series where I take you through all of my created For Honor characters, or characters from the story, and teach you guys what it takes to build them, what armor sets you need, what weapons, what color palettes, what materials, what executions, everything, so that you guys can make these characters yourselves if you so choose. And after a long time of thinking and planning and rewriting and just trying to figure out what I want to do with this character, I am finally ready to reveal to you guys my own Ocelotl character, Tecuani. Yeah, that's right, he has a name now, Tecuani. And it's actually a little bit easier for me to say than the last idea I had, because I think the last one was like this really long name that just did not work well. But Tecuani, I think, works well here. So, would you guys like to know how to build Tecuani? And some of you are saying, now hold on, Raven, he hasn't gotten his lore yet, right? When's his lore coming out? Soon. My goal is to have him and my Shugoki character's lore out pretty soon, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how to build him since I'm pretty much done putting together my plans for him. Shugoki, I still need a few more armor pieces before I can finalize him. So let's start with Tecuani and talk about what it takes to build him. First off, starting with the armor, you need the Provider Helm. This should be easy because it's the default piece that you get with our good old Ocelot. So it just looks like a jaguar head, which is important for his character arc. Then you need Survivor Alternate Chest. You don't want a cape on this guy. You don't want a cape for him. I mean, a cape could work, but you really don't want it because I feel like his story is going to work well without it. And then you want the Survivor Arms. Now, take that into consideration. Provider Helm, Survivor Alternate Chest, Survivor Arms. So make sure that it's the alternate chest, but the regular arms. Now, if you wanted to go alternate arms, I don't think it would hurt anything, but I go with the regular arms. All right, now, for the weapons. You go with the Claws of the Jaguar Club, Claws of the Jaguar Head, and Claws of the Jaguar Shaft. It's all the same setup. And I just feel like this one works really, really well. What we want to go for here, guys, though, is a predator kind of thing. We want a predator in the jungle kind of feel. And I thought that the idea of a jaguar club and jaguar spear and all that would work very, very well, which is also why you want to keep the jaguar head here, because you want to make sure that it all kind of flows into this idea of a predator. That's what you want. That's what you want Tecuani to be, a predator. All right. All right, let's move on to the next part. We have the armor and the weapons down pat, I think, so let's move on to this. For traits, default 1, obviously. For skin color, I actually go for the second skin color to give him a tanner look, a more dark-skinned look. You could go a step over, but I think that this is just fine in the second slot where it is, so I like that just fine. For the ornament, you don't have to go an ornament, but if you wanted to use one, go Majestic Jungle, from the illustrious outfit Majestic Jungle. It's a little bit of steel to get it, but I think it looks fine. Now, for the material, you want the Emerald material. You'll have to pay 10,000 steel to get this one, but the Emerald material is what you want. I think it looks best for what we're going to go for here. Now, for chest, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You don't need anything on the chest. Leave it as is. And I'll be honest, the reason why, anything you put there is going to make it look really weird. I'm not going to lie. It's going to look weird no matter what you put there. So just leave it blank. For the left arm, you want the Aztec Hunt 1 paint pattern. And you unlock that from getting the Aztec Hunt Elite outfit. So you should be able to get this pretty easily. But you want the Aztec Hunt 1 paint pattern. And then for the symbol, you want Abstract 3, which you get from the Splatter Battle outfit. The Splatter Battle outfit is one that is available to get. I would definitely get it because it's that little black splotch you see underneath the ornament. I think it looks good because it looks like it melds into the paint pattern a little bit. Okay? Okay. Right arm. You're going to want the Brushstroke 1, which you also get from the Splatter Battle outfit. And that's it. Just the paint pattern. That's all you really need for this. Okay? Okay, again, pretty simple stuff. For the standard, you want the Brushstroke 3, which you get from the Splatter Battle outfit. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, you're going to need the Splatter Battle outfit to complete this look. But what I like about the Splatter Battle outfit is it looks like streaks. That's what I like about it here. It looks like finger strokes along it, and that gives it this aboriginal or very old, archaic kind of paint pattern look, which I really like. For the symbol, I use the fox, which you get at Reputation 10 level 2. I use the fox, but honestly, you don't even need anything there. You could leave it blank and it would be just fine. But I use the fox there because, again, we're going for that predator look. For the back, you want the Aztec Hunt 1, which you get from the Aztec Hunt Elite outfit. For the paint pattern, no symbol, but you want the majestic jungle embossing. And I like this look on the back because it looks like an etched in tattoo. It doesn't look like something kind of cheap or fake. I like the way the tattoo is etched in here. Some of these don't look natural, but this one looks like it melds just into the skin enough that it looks like it was this old etching or tattoo done onto the back, which I think looks really, really good. That's why I said you don't want a cape. You want to be able to see that really nice looking back tattoo, which I think is going to really work well for his character. Okay? All right, so now you're all wondering what's the color palette? Here's the color palette. You want sickly. Sickly is when you get from an outfit at Reputation 2. You should be able to get this very, very quickly. All you got to do is get Ocelotl up to Rep 2, and you will have access to this color palette. Pretty easy. I think it looks really, really good with the emerald material color. Look, Tecuani just looks really good. Tecuani looks good with this sickly look, okay? Okay. So, now we'll move on to abilities. For his feats, I use Tireless. Yes, I know that he has Huntsman Spirit, but the only reason I don't use it here is because when I try to do my legends, for the most part, I try to stay mostly realistic. I know that I break that rule here and there with stuff like my Jorogumo legend, but for the most part, I try to keep it as realistic as possible. And to me, Tireless works a lot better than turning into a ghost and wandering the battlefield, so I went with Tireless. But if you want to go Huntsman Spirit, you're free to. Vengeful Mark is the other one I would go for, as well as Quetzalcoatl's Blessing and Trapper's Reach. Go with the default for everything else because everything else works just fine. It is just Tireless is the only one that I would change. Okay, and you'll see why when we get to the story. All right, executions. We go for the New World's Greetings, Lethal Pounce, Skewered Prey, and Blow Dart Barrage. Now, the reason I go with those is because they're going to fit a lot into his story. In fact, Blow Dart Barrage and Lethal Pounce are both going to be featured in his story, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. But those four are what I would go with. I guess you could go with Ripsaw or honestly, Ripsaw actually would probably work better than Skewered Prey, if I'm being honest. So let's change those out. Yeah, I'd rather have Ripsaw than Skewered Prey anyway. All right, so we just fixed that. For emotes, Death Whistle and Defiant Pose are what I go with. And then for combat, Tezcatlipoca's Favor and Battle Ready, just because I didn't feel like getting any others. If you want to go for another, you could go with Hunter's Menace or Taunting Scrape. Any of those would work fine as well. But I just didn't bother getting any of the other emotes because none of them really fit into Tecuani's lore all that great. For signature, I did Big Cat Person. Now, you're probably thinking, Raven, I'm noticing a lot of jaguars in your effects. There is a reason. I'll go ahead and spoil a little bit of it. Tecuani got a pet kitty, and you're going to hear all about that in his story. I think you'll like it. For effect, pretty obvious. You're going to want Majestic Jungle for pretty much everything because that cat plays a big role in his story. I don't normally do pet sidekicks in my stories, but in this case, I'll make an exception because I just think it fits really well with Tecuani. All right. So that's about it. That's all you got to know for building Tecuani. What do you guys think? Are you guys going to try to build Tecuani yourselves? Are you going to go with any of this, or are you just going to keep it the way you've already got it? Let me know down in the comment section what you think and whether or not you're looking forward to his lore. And as always, guys, I will see you in my next video. Take care.